Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex and today we're taking my weekly look at deals across the Switch eShops covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now this one is the more expensive edition. Remember to check out the Thursday under $10 version as well for those more, budget options. But without luck, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family and let's get started. So before we do get started, if you could hit that like button as well, I would truly appreciate it. I'm actually testing a theory, so it would really help me out. Then I also have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards and two more to give away. Now to enter, all you need to do, drop a comment down below and the winners will be announced in next week's video. So this is a big week for deals as well, 19 games, so this will be a little more quick fire than usual, and 12 of them they are at new all-time low prices, so do presume that is the case unless I do say otherwise. Also, if you're in the UK, EU or Australia, you may need to do a little region hopping this week because 8 of the games, they haven't reached you just yet. So first up, we've got Knockout City. It's back on sale, 40% off this time, and I really enjoyed this one a whole lot more than I expected, honestly. It's a team-based online experience. It switches out the typical guns for dodgeballs. It's got multiple modes, so supports crossplay as well, so the community is nice and active, and then it looks and runs great on the Switch. It even has a visual mode and a performance mode, and I really like having that choice for the frame rate. I reviewed it though, and I will be linking that in the pinned comment down below with any other reviews that I covered from today's video. In the UK, EU and Australia on this one then as well, the price is higher, but that is because only the Deluxe edition is on sale, so that's going to be throwing in a whole lot of cosmetics. Team Sonic Racing then is finally hitting the US and Canada, and sadly the drop, it's not quite as steep as what we saw last week everywhere else. A great kart racer still though, with a great cast, and it's all about team racing. It just hits all the genre marks you would hope for. If you are outside the US and Canada, this deal actually wraps up in 24 hours at time of release, so do jump on that quickly. 50% off though, this matches the low, and I still don't think that is bad at all. River City Girls then is a must-play side-scrolling brawler, and it's back matching the low with 25% off. Heading to River City though, this time you are the girlfriends hunting for your Kunio and Ricky, who have basically been captured. Quality though, and while it is more expensive than most in the genre, it's worth it because it just has a ton of content, from its story to the fact it builds in almost RPG elements as well. It looks stunning then with some quality pixel work, and the story is like alone, you're going to get a good 8 hours of gameplay. Snowrunner then is a recent release, and it's seriously addictive. I look at this as almost a car strategy experience. It's for sure not a racer though, do be aware of that. It's not fast paced at all. It's rather navigating some truly tricky terrain and switching in and out of different vehicles and locations, completing these jobs. The most rewarding moments though in this one, it's overcoming the elements at like 1 mile per hour, so like slowly creeping forward. I never thought myself I would like this style honestly, but the first one got me hooked. This one just basically improves across the board. It's rocking at 20% off, and you'll just get tons of gameplay out of this one. So another recent release then, Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. I figured I'd give it a quick shout out while the Olympics hype is real, It's okay, I picked it up myself. It's a collection of mini games and different events, some more involved, some near quick time event like style, but there's a good 18 events in here to check out. It's for sure better than the Mario attempt in my eyes, and yeah, it's not going to change your life, but there's, fun to be had. 30% off, and I suspect this one will continue to drop the further we get away from the Olympics. Starlink Battle for Atlas then is an underappreciated gem that leaned into the toys for game style and just completely screwed up its launch. There was just mass confusion around what you needed, and yeah, just a little bit too much going on. The sad thing though, there was a great game under it all, a space-based flight kind of arcade game. It's just a fun ride with some creative design, and it even throws in Star Fox to this Nintendo Switch build, which instantly just makes it the best version to get. It's rocking 80% off though, but you can also grab the Deluxe edition for 75% off, and that throws in like extra ships, weapons and characters. If you want some quality online or local multiplayer, then check out Phogs. I reviewed this on the channel. I didn't expect much going in, and actually what I found was an incredibly creative multiplayer experience that may have had a few drugs behind its creation. The idea though, you're controlling a two-headed dog together, so one player controls an end each, and you need to navigate this world, solve puzzles, and yeah, it's kind of the ultimate test of teamwork. We had a blast though playing through it, and it supports one player too, which is actually more difficult because now you're controlling controlling both ends independently. It's 30% off, and this one, it's absolutely a hidden gem. Last week then I grabbed 2 games I said I would circle back because they are still on sale, let you know my thoughts, and while I'm yet to, beat either, I've put a fair few hours in so I can at least give you a sense of the experience. Trigger Witch was first off. It's awesome, it's cutesy meets ultra violent, the idea just really works, and I'm a fan of twin stick shooting. I think if you are too, you won't regret it with this launch discount at 10% off. Then Poison Control, and that's a different story. The reviews are average, and I can see why, honestly. It's an action RPG, it's got some decent kind of combat moments, it's all in like third person. Otherwise though, it just all feels very average. There's not really been a highlight, to the gameplay yet, outside of maybe it's more than unusual storyline, but even that seems kind of undercooked. I'd say wait for a deeper sale than the current 30% off. I would feel better, probably right around 50% or more. Again though, both of these, just be aware, early impressions. Alright, so this one's slightly higher than the low, but Fire Emblem Warriors, and I wanted to shout it out for 2 reasons. One, we don't see it all that often on sale. The last time was actually like over a year ago. And then 2, the season pass is on sale too as well with 35% off, and that is a new low price. It adds new characters, maps, costumes, and then also weapons. If you've never played a Warriors game, this is one of my favorites, and it's essentially a whole lot of enemies. You are now overpowered, and it's definitely not smart, but it is a lot of fun when you just kind of want to, shut off the brain. The base game, it's currently 30% off, and again, we rarely do see this one on sale. Just know though, I'll give this warning, shop around, you will definitely find the physical version a fair bit cheaper. Alright, so Knights and Bikes is awesome. It's 35% off, it's an action adventure, and you can play solo or 2-player, that is locally and online. You're basically out though to explore what is an ancient island. It has some RPG elements though, because you'll spend this adventure on a bike, which you can then upgrade, but the action's fun, the puzzles are creative, and yeah, if anything, it just has a lot of heart to it that I really enjoyed. Also, the visuals here are just top quality. Brigandine then, and I'm not even going to pretend I can explain this one. I've played the tiniest amount of it, but you already know if this one's going to be for you, and the respect the game gets is enough for me to give it a shout out and just kind of let you all know it's there. It's a tactical RPG though, so I would say go watch a full review, get a good feel for all the mechanics, or even just read the eShop description, which is near essay length. It's 30% off though, and this is a huge game. You're going to get a ton of game time out of it. So our first winner of the week then, it's going to Matt, who picked up a Tommy Crops and is currently working through the Streets of Rage 4 DLC, Mr. X's Nightmare, which I agree, it's absolutely awesome. Congrats so Matt, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, we still have a second winner coming up later in the video. So My Hero 1's Justice 2 Deluxe Edition now, and it's an arena brawler that dropped to 65% off. I like this deal though because it throws in the DLC, which is an additional 5 playable characters. It looks stunning though, and while in traditional kind of 3D arena combat it's not exactly deep, it is fun with all the flash and over the top action you would expect. It has a lengthy story mode then as well, which I actually really enjoy just to kind of back it all up. And yeah, just generally there's actually quite a lot of gameplay in here, so do check out my full review down below. Shooter fans, Hypercharge Unboxed, and as many of you will know, I've worked with this team on a fair few occasions at this point, but I really like this game, and it's a nice discount here, matching the low with 30% off. The team, they kind of remind me of 11-Bit Studios, the team behind Children of Morta, because they just keep on updating this game for free, including recently third-person camera, map, and gameplay tweaks, even bots. But yeah, they just show a lot of love to the game and don't ask for cash, which I'm absolutely a fan of. It's got a ton of content though here in its modes, and it looks and runs great on the Switch. Divinity Original Sin 2 is back on sale as well then with 30% off. This is matching the low, but this game is easily worth it. It has a ton of content to get through. First of all, you could easily get 100+ hours here, and it's a seriously deep tactical turn-based RPG with multiple classes though, battles, loot. There's just so much to do in this world, and it has a decent story to tell as well. But I think most of all for me, playing online with up to 4 players is an absolute blast. For the size of this one as well, it's not perfect, but it still looks pretty decent on the Switch as well. Alright, so we're into the final 3 games. This has been a long one today, but Inertial Drift. This racer puts a focus on driving with style. It uses this really unique twin stick setup that once you get used to it, really is kind of game changing, and I hope to see more of it in the future. My issue with the game though, it's basically your opponents are ghost cars, and once I realised that, it kind of lost some of its edge as you couldn't, get into those almost collisions. Also, it has an absolutely awful story as well, but the core racing is quality, and it has this great cel shaded style as well. 33% off here, it is definitely a decent drop. Our second winner of the week then, before our final 2 games this week, and it's going to Aaron, who never played Kingdom of Amalur but enjoyed it anyways after, you know, picking it up on the Switch. Compared it to kind of like OG WoW and Fable. Can't wait for the new Fable myself. And actually, a quick plug here, check out Xbox Corner. We recently launched, we just hit 1,000 subscribers there. We have like 10 videos already, and we're covering things like Game Pass reviews and of course deals. Congrats to Aaron, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. So our final 2 games of the week then are actually my pickups this week. First, I'm getting UnderMine. It's an action-adventure roguelike that seems perfect to take on the go, and everyone seems to love this game, so it's about time I actually get around to checking it out. This won't be on sale next week, so I won't be circling back, but I have linked my friend's review below for you to check out. That is Star or Shovelware. 50% off as well, that is a nice drop. Then I'm grabbing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, and this one I already know it's a great game, just more kind of curious now to revisit it all these years later. This one though, it's an action RPG that released originally in 2001, but yeah, it's a classic. I'm excited to kind of get back into its world, because that's something I've always loved from Baldur's Gate. It's kind of like style of world building. This one though, it also won't be on sale next week, so I have linked a video review down below from the guys over at SwitchCorner for you all to check out. It'll just give you a good idea of how it all works. 20% off though, not the steepest drop, but it is very much a recent release. And we are done. It was a lengthy week, this one, so yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you will be adding anything to the library. Congrats again then to the winners this week, and remember to drop your comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.